Dovrebbe esserti arrivato l'invito. Se sei nella franchise, devi semplicemente uscire e dopo ti ributta dentro il gioco da solo. Tra un po' si parte, eh.
Sì, sì, Lazzo arrivo. Ho dovuto riavviare il gioco perché ho attaccato l'Ethernet e mi ha disconnesso dal server Electronic Arts e non mi faceva rientrare, quindi ho dovuto riavviare. Questo lo riaprendo.
Mi hai dato due o tre nozioni che non ci ho capito niente. Comunque ti aspetto. Comunque fai una roba, entra nella franchise. Ok, bravo. È già fatto. Non so, mi dice che la sessione non è più available.
Pronto?
Boss, fai una roba. Esci dalla sessione di gioco.
Sono già uscito, entriamo insieme?
Esatto, volevo dirti proprio questo.
Vedi, ti leggo nel pensiero, dai.
Eh, è un supereroe, dovrebbero fare un film Marvel.
Vai, vai.
Clicco, eh.
Dimmi scusa?
Clicco,
Guarda,
play,
dai.
vai.
Clicca. Non mi spaccare, sei bravo.
Ah, non ti preoccupare.
Adesso ti sento anche nella
Vai,
palestra.
perfetto. Ok. Ma scusa un attimo, tu sei di Comacchi, usi il Vez? È nobile usare il Vez, eh? Ah, ok, ok, sei bolognese. Ah, ok, ok. Allora, ho capito. Uniforme metto giallo, arancione. Sì, mi fa paura il fatto che tu abbia preso il playbook di Cincinnati. Chissà cosa con Andy Dalton, cosa ci sarà di schemi. Ah, allora forse ho letto io. Ale, no, aspetta che prendo una Red Bull che vascolarizza. È importante per la partita. Sì, sì, ero, adesso sono solo membro onorario.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas.
Beh,
The scene
l'abbiamo
a
preso
few
un po'
moments
tutti
ago,
all'inizio,
here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle.
Ah, ce l'ho già io se vuoi, te la condivido, lo sto già trasmettendo io. Te la mando su WhatsApp al volo, Eccola. Vai.
Si
sa che quello piace a tutti,
Perfect conditions for football and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry
Come
over
dalla
the
CPU?
back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ma come hai fatto a giocare contro la CPU? Ah, ok. Vai tra.
A first down throw for Brissett. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Antonio Brown.
Ti dico subito che non devi lasciare correre impresso. Mai. Su Madden purtroppo non paga mai.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Lo so, però dopo vedi dove paghi lì sopra.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Complete to Washington. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
No, lo cerco sempre di mettere verso il box, il corner, perché per il run support.
Comunque
hai fatto una bella squadra, sto guardando il roster prima. Vabbè, quella anche a me, ma tanto vabbè, a Madden è un po' il tasto rosso alla linea d'attacco, nel senso Alla fine è più lo skim che paga, capito? Vedere i blitz e queste cose qua.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in.
Bravo, cazzo.
The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Brandon, that was a nice route that time.
No, avevo seguito un'altra traccia. Avevo seguito l'altra di Slant.
One of the toughest routes to cover because you keep waiting for the ball to be thrown, for him to break something off. He goes all the way across the field, right to left, for a big play.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Ma infatti non capisco come mai abbiano fatto il pro come livello di difficoltà.
Because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Now Mariota. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about an on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately.
Che ruolo giochi nella vita reale?
But the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Un po' tutto.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Ma è giusto così. Il grasso ti ha nobilizzato. Non riesco a dire la sua parola, mi dispiace. Nobilizzato, una roba del genere. Sì, la linea d'attacco nobilizza. Nobilita.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Devi farlo manualmente coi corner.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. A quick throw here out to Brown. There he goes left side. And all the way.
Praticamente se tu dai comandi togli la press, allontani le safety. Hai visto come le hai buttate indietro le safety? E poi comunque i corner se ne vanno a 10 yard, che è irreale come cosa. Quindi manualmente li selezioni e poi li allontani. Sì, giusto per non lasciarli in press, capito? Non è che hai bisogno di 7 yard di cuscino, basta che gliene dai 3 o 4 e sei a posto.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3.
Lo so, ti devi abituare, cioè quelle sono meccaniche di gioco, capito? Cioè, la realtà arriva fino a un certo punto, dopodiché entra in campo il dio Madden.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking to throw on second down. Mariota. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively,
ti devi un po'
this is a
abituare.
dream. He
Ti devi un po'
could have fair
abituare.
caught that one. That was way too easy.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line. Come on, set with the flag. Watch the slant.
To throw, Brissett. This is screen to Abdullah. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sì, comunque a me fa morire la roba che a Madden se blitzi sugli screen li stoppi. Se invece non blitzi riesci a fermarli. È incredibile sta roba.
Negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Out of the gun, Brissett. Open man is Kirk, complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Sono andato a funghi
So
qua.
often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Comunque il panino alla Nutella si sta facendo sentire. Dovrò fare un pit stop dopo la partita. Se ti interessava questa info, te l'ho detto io.
This is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Spaccano, di brutto.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson.
Madonna, il mio sogno è staccare una testa a un ricevitore.
That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Ma vai, la vita reale vuoi che vada? Se cerco di staccare, devono raccogliere i miei arti nel campo.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
He's checking. Crash. 66. Bullet ride.
From the gun, Mariota. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Kill.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Comunque vorrei capire come si abbassa il volume di Madden in cuffia, perché veramente sembra essere in discoteca.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Open man there is Patterson, complete. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st.
one thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can run.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Sì, perché in realtà se pigli un QB che scrambla è veramente forte, cioè è difficile prenderlo, quindi hanno fatto in modo che se praticamente non fai la slide hai un'alta percentuale di fumble.
Capito,
se usi Lamar Jackson cioè, non gli stai dietro se corre, però se lo colpisci subito il fumble.
Now a give to Collins. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Brissett. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Forte Wagner. Devo fare possession catch lì per esempio.
Defenses, the windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against his zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Ci sei?
On 3rd down, Brissett. He gets it to Brown, complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
So vedevo che ci muovevano tutti allora.
Over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Collins. And that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett got a man. It's Brown. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air.
Madonna, cosa ha lanciato.
It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a return will stop right around the 25.
Ogni tanto Brissett ce li ha questi colpi.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check, check, check. H3, 218. Chopper, chopper.
To throw is Mariota. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 3rd and 5.
È rischiato qua.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mariota now into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush.
L'aspettavo quella lì.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot
lo so,
dropping because
ma
it's zone? Is he picking up
era un fake blitz, cioè lo faccio manualmente.
In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel.
Per tenere occupata la linea d'attacco e lasciare un uomo che praticamente blitza free, capito? Quindi devi per forza scaricare subito.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 1st and 10, Brissett toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Brissett. And he slings one that's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 33-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check 37. Check it back.
3. Here's Hunt. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch QB drop. Motion. Safe. 3.
Throwing, Mariota. And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
One.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. In that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Volevi fare altro?
the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Vabbè, a volte non vanno bene le cose.
Mariota. It's caught by Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. They'll run on first down. It's Hunt, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Dire come fa lo slot di Sean Jackson a bloccare Devin Bush. Però, vabbè, Madden Things. Ogni tanto impazzisce anche lui. Chissà che cosa si fumano, sti telecommentatori.
Last play, here's 2nd and 4.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Watch the safety creep. 61. Matchbox, right. Undercrunch.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Mariota to throw.
Porca troia.
Jackson complete. And he is tackled inside the 40.
Non pensavo rilasciasse così veloce. Bravo.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Ci stava come ragionamento. Ormai sei diventato il professor X.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Vabbè, quello arriva col tempo. Sì, non ti preoccupare, io sono già sulla giusta via,
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Sì, bisogna stare attenti perché se sbagli un attimo.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They start the drive with a duel. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Fastidio Wagner con quella X lì.
They go with a duel again. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
And what with the dive look that time?
Wagner
Defense
sul
just
petto
flooded
lì.
the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Ho visto, infatti è stata una bella pick.
As he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Avere il linebacker con lo shutdown fa una gran differenza.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. It's taken to the 26. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of
No, ma
downs.
poi in più se non usi il linebacker a mano, che è fondamentale saperlo usare in difesa, alla fine quello lì lo puoi lasciare anche alla CPU, che è forte lo stesso.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Sei fan di One Piece? Perché quel nome là, Gold Roger.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mariota. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Non so che cosa ho fatto tipo una piroetta su me stesso. Sì, è la Red Bull che mi sta facendo impazzire. Adesso ne bevo un'altra, così dopo mi butto giù.
That is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Switch. One.
Throwing is Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on 1st down, Mariota, and the pressure gets to him again. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Mariota. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync.
The front
putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Praticamente sì.
Again, Charles, he had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but
è successo di tutto.
That's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Check out.
A first down throw for Brissett. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. It's caught at the 10.
Cazzo, ha tirato giù
for a gain of 31. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Brissett. And Brown's got it for a Dolphins touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Con chi sei in division? Cioè, c'hai già giocato con un po' di gente? Ok. Sembra forte, ragazzi, Vipers.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right.
Tyreek Hill volevo prenderlo io, però c'erano gli injury normali e quindi ho detto vabbè, non lo prendo. Li devi rilasciare subito l'RPO, se no
downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Jack.
Io non capisco sto Harrison chi è, non lo voglio lì. Cioè non lo voglio in campo quello.
Now Mariota. He's going to launch it for Washington.
Ma questo qua prende tutti i pick da terra.
Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double checking it, but the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot.
Se ti casca ti rimbalzo, sai dove te,
what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Tipo lì, se non avessi fatto questo era fumble, 100%.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, They want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Brissett. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They go play action here on 1st down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 23 yards on the play.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Mi sa che blitzi. Mi sa che blitzi.
Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Diciamo che sulle corse non hai problemi.
Situation when you're up in the 4th quarter, they're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And again, it's Collins. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. To throw, Brissett. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
No,
and now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Sí. Okay.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message
Questo
if you're a coach for this final drive
dissing
in a lopsided
modenese
game
questo,
like this?
For a lot of coaches,
È dissing modenese.
don't forget what has happened
Appunto.
out here.
Ti vuoi imporre sull'altro modenese?
Sto
scherzando.
No,
scherzando.
Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
Ma sai, ti dico, Madden, cioè, la cosa di... Cioè, succedono partite in cui non ti va bene niente, esiste quella cosa, ok? Però, cioè, all'interno di una stagione sono 2 o 3 volte che succede. Magari lì hai avuto sfiga, che c'è 3 fumble su 3 drive è sfiga, Cioè, voglio dire, quanti fumble sono stati in sta partita?
Now Mariota. Jackson's got it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Sì, che poi si è applicato un gioco, è sempre un attimo... Cioè, play action su terzi down, vedi su terzi lunghi, robe che non esistono. Però su Madden funzionano.
They go play action. Mariota. He's he's going to let it fly. He bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The second down throw here for Mariota. And this one caught by Cameron Braid.
Queste robe qua mi fanno impazzire. Cioè, cosa fa il linebacker lì? Perché guarda?
The Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. To the air again, Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On second down, it's Hunt. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
Let's go.
To throw Mariota. Complete. He finds Braid. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. They come out here in the eye.
Hey, eat. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Così, sempre tryhard.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Mariota now. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
Ti ho regalato un'ultima possibilità, boss.
10 seconds, 8 to be precise. We get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Concordo. Non so perché non mi fa scegliere.
Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Ti senti meglio?
It's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Bella, boss. Alla prossima.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were booed.